Greetings, Internet Drinking Buddies. My name is Link, the show's name is Tubbin' and Chuggin', and on this episode, I'll be imbibing Hpnotiq. Welcome back to the tub, everybody. Now, I feel like I say this a lot, but I do, with genuine sincerity, mean it. I think we have a fun one on this episode, okay? This is a vodka-cognac-liqueur, all the way from France. So let's go ahead and take a closer look. Hpnotiq, which is pronounced normally but spelled very strangely, is a kind of craft liqueur out of France. Now, they've been making it since 2001, and outside of a hashtag or two on their website, it really doesn't seem like their website has changed all that much since they made it. It's kind of fun that way. They're basically offering up a cocktail in a bottle with this, and they also have a nice little recipe book that they've designed to go along with it if you want to like sort of mix and match with what they've got here. Now, as it says on the bottle, they're a vodka-cognac-fruit juice blend. Comes out to 17% alcohol by volume, and you can find it in the States for about $19 a fifth, somewhere in there, which comes out to about $3 a drink, just more in line with like wine pricing than it would be for the normal kind of like 40% liquors we take a look at. But this is an import. It's imported by the Wingard Imports Limited, and that's obviously going to bump up the price a little bit. Now, I have never heard of this drink until I was browsing the fun aisle over at a CVS the other day, so availability on it might be kind of scattered. You'll definitely have to check around. It does seem at least relatively well known, so I suspect you could find it at a dedicated liquor store or even the kind of pharmacy place that I found it at. Now, as far as how to drink this, I did mention they have a recipe book online that you can take a look at if you're looking to mix yourself a little cocktail with it, but they do also say it's perfectly fine to drink. They recommend it to be chilled, so I've gone ahead and chilled it before this, and I'll be drinking it out of this lovely Perry shot glass that I picked up on my one and only trip there. It is one of my favorites. I think this is a very nice looking shot glass, so I really do like the pattern of it. In case you were curious, if you didn't quite see the pour, the liquid is that kind of pale blue, sky blue kind of color. It's not just like a colored bottle or anything like that. That's just the actual liqueur that it looks like. It looks quite appetizing. But before we take a sip, we do need a toast, and I'm just going to stick with our French toast that we've used before. Votre santé. Oh wow. Okay. You think you're going into it and you think, oh, vodka, cognac, something, and then it's overpowering kind of citrusy fruit juice. It's done in such a way that it's almost dry. The fruit is just kind of overpowering it. I'm not quite sure exactly what fruit it is I'm tasting there. It feels like a papaya or something like that. Maybe guava. Either way, it's not what you expect. You do like I went into this just kind of expecting a vodka, maybe some sort of more cognac-y thing. It tempts you right at the very beginning to think you're getting some kind of brandy. Honestly, I didn't get any vodka at all. But you kind of expect a brandy, and then all of a sudden it just takes a left turn and you're at fruit juice land. Yeah. As soon as you swallow, man, all you get is the fruit juice. That is very, very interesting. Man, I wish I could place this fruit. I'm really not that great with fruit names, but the fruit overpowers it at the end to like a significant degree. You know, it's so strong. I didn't actually take a look at the recipes because hashtag shot life over here, but they do such a good job at masking whatever alcohol is in this. I feel like you could even just take a pretty like cheap vodka, you know, sort of dilute it with vodka, if that makes any sense, and get it up to a higher percentage because the taste is it's very, very nice. You know, I promised a fun one, and unfortunately, I don't really know that there's a whole lot to say about it. This is like drinking a fruit punch, which is pretty fun, I guess. In a certain sense, there's just really not that much to say about it. There's no real taste complexity outside of this like brief cognac tease they hit you with, and then fruit juice all the way down. And again, I really wish I could place the fruit juice, but I can't. Which maybe is the point. I don't know. Let's chug the rest of it. Okay. Chugging it does get a little bit more of that brandy, that little cognac kind of spice to it. So I don't know, maybe doing this in like pure shot format, I would notice it more. But again, I don't taste any vodka. I'm wondering if the vodka is sort of mixed in as like a layer, and they've taken a strong kind of brandy sense, and in order to make it 17%, they added a little bit of vodka to just sort of bump up that ABV. If they did, you know, I can't taste the vodka, so props on them. I assume they're using a pretty cheap vodka for that. But it's interesting in the sense that, like, if you didn't tell me this was a crazy French craft liqueur, I would have just assumed this is some kind of bizarre rum punch liqueur thing, even though I wouldn't taste any of the rum, so maybe not. But cognac, vodka, fruit juice, it equals a fairly fun product that is kind of one note in what it does, and that one note is pretty good. Just a question of whether or not that one note is worth the price. I mentioned this is more of a wine pricing tier, but wine is essentially fruit juice if you think about it, alcoholic fruit juice. So I guess it makes sense in that idea that you could like have a $20-ish bottle that you buy that's 17% that tastes more like fruit juice than anything else. I imagine, just given the whole like naming scheme and sort of spelling identity that they've crafted out, that it's kind of meant to be like for, you know, these hip underground clubs where like, you know, dudes are just drinking like cool sounding fruit juice type things and getting drunk off of it. I don't know the whole like marketing scheme, but just based on their website, it feels like they're stuck in that kind of era. So in that sense, I dig it. I like it. In another sense, I don't know who the target audience is that's willing to spend that much on this thing for this like craft liqueur that, the more I think about it, tastes more like a Capri-Sun than anything else. But if that sounds fun to you, you could probably find this and give it a try for yourself, and I think it would probably meet your exact expectations. So in that sense, well done. It's not absurdly expensive just from $1 to drink perspective. Again, it's wine pricing, so you're not, you know, you're paying $3-ish a drink for it, but it tastes really fun. It's like fruit juice. It's a pre-mixed liqueur. You can make other heavier drinks with it. For whatever they were going for, I think they crushed it. If that is for you or not is almost a question that every individual would have to answer. I have a suspicion a lot of them would say no, but I think a great more of them would say hell yes, which maybe is sort of the point. Like if you hit on those like dedicated people that are like, this is my cocktail, and a bunch of other people are like, no, well, you've got a dedicated brand. And I don't know if I'm going to be a member of the Hpnotiq fan club, but I'll definitely give this to people to try and keep it around. It's a fun drink. I don't know. That's basically all I have to say about it. If you are aware of other fun alcohols that you think it would be interesting for me to take a look at, please recommend them. And as always, please drink responsibly.